the Southwest Museum of Clocks and Watches. Welcome to Lockhart, Texas. And welcome to one of our exhibits, which is a clock organ made in the Black Forest in Germany. Let me explain a little bit of things to you. First, we have a clock. That's an old clock, probably a wall clock that is weight driven, and it was built in 1790. Now, along about the middle of the 1800s, the gentleman that owned the clock at the time decided he would like to have a clock organ. So he had this organ built, and they installed the clock within the organ. So now we have an organ that has moving figures, plays 10 different tunes. It's all wood. It has a wooden drum with pins on it that activate the pipes. There are 72 hand-carved wooden pipes in this. Now, it'll play 10 different tunes, and I can do that by moving the drum from one position to another to play a different tune. Now, after this was built, they decided to put it into a desk. So this desk, still we're in the Black Forest in Germany, this desk was built to accommodate the clock organ. Now, this is not Black Forest wood. This is wood that's called flaming mahogany, and it's bought in Central and North America. It was very popular in the early 1800s in Germany because mahogany is a very easy wood to work with. It's soft, it has a nice finish to it. Now, the clock was built and put in there. Eventually it ended up in a castle in Germany. It was a place for visitors to come. And a U.S. visitor came to this castle. He looked at the clock. He loved it so much he decided to buy it. The gentleman's name was P.T. Barnum. And I'm sure you're all familiar with P.T. Barnum and the Barnum and Bailey circus. Well, he had this shipped back to the States. And there it sat in his home. This is the desk that P.T. Barnum used to figure out where his circus was going to travel to next. Now, P.T. Barnum, being a man of some wealth, but the way he got his wealth was he got it from people. When people would come into his house, they would see and hear about his clock organ, and they'd want to hear it play. Well, P.T. Barnum has a very famous saying, there's a sucker born every minute. So let's make some money off of these people. So he carved a hole in this mahogany case, put a can under it, and now you had to pay money to listen to his clock organ. Well, when P.T. Barnum died, his wife had this packaged up and shipped to her family's ranch in Huntsville, Texas. There it sat in the barn for 70 plus years. It was then later, whoever owned it at the time, later shipped up to Pflugerville, Texas, which is just north of Austin. There it was auctioned off and the museum bought it. But when we got it here to repair it, or to look at it, we opened it up and it was full of rats and bugs, and they had chewed up the arms, they had chewed up pipes. We had a lot to do to rebuild this piece of equipment. 70 years in a barn is not a good place to put a clock. Now, what you're looking at now is 3.5 years of restoration to get this clock back to where it is today. I'm going to thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed our clock.